Well. GM. G. To the M. Great morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, one percenters, pioneers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. Welcome back and welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel. Baby. Woo! 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 Oh, yeah! What's going on, everybody? Here we are back live in prime time on this tremendous Thursday morning. Here on this beautiful, amazing, wonderful morning program entitled Forge and Fuel. It is the 683rd episode on tap this morning, and if you don't know, you won't know. I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Swirl One. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guys, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. Now, let me be the first to tell you that on this tremendous Thursday morning, we got one hell of a show on tap for you here
Another
today.
one.
On this March the 6th, 2025, baby. We hope you're really ready to come alive because we got more vibes, more motivation, more inspiration, and more high-level conversation coming your way over the course of the next hour and a half or so than you're going to know what to do with, baby. But before we dive in to said aforementioned vibes, before we can catch a single good vibration, we must humbly ask you to do a few things. While you're sitting there laughing, maybe you could take a quick moment and find it in that big old heart of yours, too. Smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you're currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on the old YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell located right over yonder, right there next to the subscribe button, if you've already hit that, so you don't miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the platform. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well hit that like button over on this side of the screen somewhere to help that algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. Maybe you don't like that platform. Maybe you like a little more censorship free over there on the RUMBLE. That's right, I was a spelling bee champion. That spells rumble. And if so, maybe so you could take a moment to smash that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and even crush that like button as well, and help that algo go and flow on the old Rumble. Maybe you don't like either one of those platforms. Maybe neither one of those suits your fancy, as the old ladies and gentlemen say. Maybe, those don't trip your trigger, as the kids like to say today. Maybe it isn't your viewing platform of pleasure, but the old X app is. And if you're tuning in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel on the X app, which we absolutely love, maybe you could take a moment to hit that heart. Maybe crush that repost button. And maybe even double crush that quote post button. Let the people know on the X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last, but certainly not least, if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory like Apple, Amazon, or maybe even Spotify, you could potentially take a moment, if you could find it in that big old heart of yours, to give us a follow. Subscribe to the show, or maybe even to tap on that 5-star rating and give us one of those too. Who's to say, who's to know? Because it only helps us grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out to all you beautiful human beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in live in prime time. And have already hit those buttons, helped us go and flow in the algo already this morning. But maybe you just haven't. Maybe sitting there looking at us, looking at me, saying, why do I got to hit those doggone buttons? What in the world is in it for me? Well, maybe this show makes you laugh. Well, first of all, 47 and 45 just told you don't be rude, and you don't want the president of the United States mad at you at 8:10 in the morning on the East Coast, do you, for crying out loud now? So maybe don't upset him. And also, maybe the show makes you cry. Maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe this show makes you think. Maybe it just hits you with some perspective that smacks you square in the soul and you go, oh, I ain't never thought of it that way before. No matter what it is, if so, don't be a host, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program. That's right, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time on episode 683 of Forge and Fuel on this tremendous Thursday morning. Once again, March the 6th, 2025. Hope you're ready to come alive. Speaking of alive, I see the live chat over there. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beans starting your day the right way. And DWEZYY there in the green room. Me and him having a little back and forth there a moment ago. And shout out D's. Appreciate you, my guy. Only been a few short hours since I see
Lightweight, baby!
Shout out my man, the lightweight slinging, iron pumping, bowling ball. Damn. What the okay. Hold on a minute. D's, I'm chasing you, boy. I'm chasing you now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Shit. Ain't no more of that skinny shit around here, cousin. Look at them arms, boy. Shit. Who's say who's to know? Appreciate
Surprise,
you,
motherfucker.
DWEZYY. Thanks for always firing me up and helping me overcome my Iowanas, my guy. I look like I'm about to go train for the U.S. Army or something right now. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll show you. I'll show you. I look like I'm about to go take on PT. Look at me. I got my PT uniform on. I got my PT uniform on. What the fuck am I doing? I just looked at him like, oh, I'm about to go do some physical training. Who's to know? All right. Well, I already got the co-host with the mo-host slapping his face with his hand. So, boy, oh boy, the vibes are on 10. You know what's going to happen today. Ew! So let's bring him on in. The co-host with the mo-host of this fine morning program. New lighting this morning. Not a new spot. We think we have found his official spot for the program. However, little bit of new light, a little different, little green this morning. I don't know what's going on. It's been purple, it's been white. Now you got a little green coming out of the shit back there. So, my friends, live from the greens. Whoa! Joining us now, the founder of the Grandpa Ape Country Club. The lead pro on the GACC greens, if you will. He is a professional DJ with a wide-ranging musical catalog that we just might discuss with some various parties today that leads us into the next future and section of DHMG, baby. What? They're going to find out that he is not just some fuddy-duddy who puts on some radio station and fills your beers with tears and makes the dance floor makes it all clears. He is a iPod Nano, for crying out loud. You plug him in and it's just all night long. Here we go. Holy shit. A human iPod. What? A purveyor of positive vibes. What? A curator of high-level energies. What? A certified PLP pusher. What? The jet plane flying. What? McLaren driving. What? Integra window smashing. One day Integra window fixing.
Oh, yeah!
Rolex rocking.
What?
Jesus peace dangling.
What?
The man, the myth, the legend, the one, the only. With an emphasis on the one.
What?
My friends, get on your feet and put your hands together for the one, the only. Mr. Turned Up himself. He's DJ Swirl One.
Woo!
Great morning, Swirl One. How you doing over there, live from the greens?
I got full pants on. I know that much. Fuck.
Hey, man, don't worry about
I'm
my
going to say right now,
these
those shorts aren't as popular as you think they are. Let me just say that.
Hey, they're comfortable as fuck.
Oh, my God.
You guys don't have to wear them. I don't give a shit.
Jones. He got up in his Jones right on live podcast. I'm like, oh, my. Anyway, good morning to you guys. It's Thursday.
Right.
I'm fired up. I can't move
motivation and a show, baby.
Look, here's the sun. Do you see the sun right here? Like right there. So if I go forward, I get blasted. Yo. So I had to back up and then I put the green lights on. And I don't know, they kind of look
I like that.
Yeah, it looks good, man. You know, hey, you said green. So I was kind of saying, you know, maybe I'll throw some green back there because you're going to boot camp, I heard. I don't know. But I did hear about a good conversation that will be had later today. I'm looking forward to that.
At least I didn't show you my camo undies, bro.
Oh, bro, you look like you had undies on. So I don't know what else you could have, unless you were wearing floss or something, bro. I'm like,
yeah, a little G-string. Who's
yeah. Just so you know, I shaved for today because you know if you're gonna go in front of people, you better tidy up, look nice. Also, may have done a little thing last night. Yeah. Sent a little something.
We haven't seen one in forever. She made a pit stop. Say hi to everybody. Say hi. Don't act like you're abused. Okay, she's gone. Matilda sighting. The Matilda
I'm telling you, cats are not very good for microphones, only when they want to be. So, it's just one of those things. But if you will start with one thing for right away. I'm about to finish off this water, and this is my second one. I got another one right over here in case I need some. Make sure you stay hydrated. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's really good too, by the way. And if you wouldn't mind, I did bring along my Grandpa Ape cup. You can see the sun is washing it out, but that's okay.
Good morning, Vietnam. Bro, you ever had some caramel delight from Dunkin' Donuts?
I'm going to tell you, at one point there, I was really excited about Dunkin' Donuts for a while because the coffee wasn't $8. It's like $2 or $3 for a real one.
Yeah.
And then I started realizing that every time I went there, it all tasted burnt as well. And so I stopped going to Dunkin'. I can't do it anymore, bro. So I can't say I've indulged.
This is just their, ground Java that they sell.
Oh, you're talking about at the house.
Yeah, that they sell in the fucking bag, dude.
Might have to try that. See, now I'm okay with that because then I can't burn.
There you go. French vanilla is what I've been on. Then I tiptoed into the hazelnut. And this last week, I was running out of the hazelnut. I said, do I go back to back? It's about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. A bag lasts me somewhere in there. I said, do I go back to back hazelnuts? I said, you know what? That caramel delight's looking a little delicious over there. I'm going to give her a try, and I am not upset about it at all. Present Cap is very happy with past Cap right now.
So I think Jared Albright just broke the code. He realized right off the bat why Matilda showed up. It's because I had that cat calling going. See what I mean? So I called the cat, and they appeared. So, hey, Luna Gems don't just work on Web3. They work on live podcasts as well. So there's that.
Hey. She's moving a little slow this morning too. Well, she's up and at him, getting after it, but usually I can't catch her like that. She's something going on where I don't know what it is. She just let me kind of get around her and pick her. Usually she knows as soon as I bend forward, it's get the fuck out of the studio. Dad's picking me up. So hey, who's to know?
Oh, well, do us a favor. Reach slowly for that device you have. Don't go fast because you might scare somebody. And before you send the link, say good morning before that. I've been thinking about how I've been saying this, and I really just been asking you to smash somebody's text with a link in the first thing in the morning without even saying good morning or whatever. So before you do that, say, hey, good morning. I hope you're having a great day. Hey, I thought of you this morning and thought this right here might make your day better. And then post the link. That right there might get more response than anything else. So I'm just telling you, try that for us. That would be awesome. I apologize for steering you wrong in the way I was asking you to do this, before, but because I wouldn't have enjoyed that. I'd woke up at, so maybe it's 5 o'clock in the morning on this specific time, and you're like, link. What the hell are you doing, Cap? What's this link? But if you said good morning, I hope you have a great day, trying to make it better by sending you this, I would get extremely curious, and I would probably hit that little link. So I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you how to do it. So maybe you try that. Maybe we get some more help and friends in here to make this show better and bigger for each and every one of y'all. So I'm done with all my intros. I'm good, ready to rock. Shout out to DZ for being here today. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. She's on fire, man. I'm telling you right there. He had no idea I was going to do that.
He knows where that button is.
He does. I'm telling you.
Ask him for another button, though. He ain't got a fucking clue. Who say who's to know? He'll have to. Oh, he knows what that one is, too. He's got to scroll through some shit. Who's to know? Shout out DEEZYY. Great to have you here. Shout out Swirl One. Let's fucking go, my guys. Let's have a damn show here. Help these people start their day the right way. We got a great start this morning, my friends. No hard out this morning, so fuck it and fuck them. 3-pack coming your way this morning. 1, 2, 3. We're going deep, baby. Two.
He said 3.
Bruh.
You're a sick man, Swirl One.
Well, that's what you did. What do you want from me?
I did. Well, can't make any hand motions over here.
What do you want from me, bro?
I make this hand motion, and all the red pill poppers think I've sold out to the Illuminati. I make this hand motion, you can't get your head out of the fucking gutter. I do this hand motion, DZ's ready to go to the fucking gym. I mean, I can't do anything around here. What the fuck? All right. So, how about some laughs for you, my friends? How about some funny ha-has? A few chucklies to get you feeling real good and get that belly going and a rolling. Because maybe you got some negativity, some bullshit happening. Maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed. First of all, if you did, get your dumb ass back into bed and just roll on over. Get out on the right side of the bed. You know, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you, but I'm trying to tell you what could be right with you. All right. So, first, amazing human beings join us. So good, I had to write down his name. He goes by the name of Austin Elliott, a young man, content creator, comedian on the old Instaslam. Has about 25,000 followers, absolutely killing the game, and he's fucking hilarious. And he's here this morning to give us your joke of the day.
I relabeled all the jars on my wife's spice rack. I'm not in trouble yet, but the time is cumin.
He's the best.
I relabeled all the jars on my wife's spice rack. I'm not in trouble yet, but the time is cumin.
That's my kind of humor, man. I love that shit. Hey, if you can just make me laugh over something you said, and you're like, oh, I see what you did there. You fucking, that was pretty good. And that's the kind of emotional, intelligent, a high IQ comedy I really enjoy. Is that right there? That's funny.
Yeah, that's kind of what it took me. It took me a second time.
No, it didn't take me a second. I was like, this guy is funny.
Because the first time I saw it on social media, I was too focused on how he went down those stairs, and I said, "Oh my boy, you're going to snap your
Achilles." Walked up him, bro.
At the very end, he kicks his feet out. Mama Capp knows what that is. That's a coffee table handstand, is what he did right there. He did a coffee table handstand, motherfucker. He just did it on his stairs.
It's all fun and games till the coffee table goes like this.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh shit! Hold on, D's one more time. How he comes down those stairs is just fucking electric, dude.
The look too. He's like,
I relabeled all the jars on my wife's spice rack. I relabeled all the jars on my wife's spice rack.
he took one
I'm not in trouble yet, but the time is cumin.
He slaps the wall. Fucking shit! I didn't see the wall slap. I just fucking.
Oh, the dude literally went down the stairs on one stair.
Bro, I wanted to comment.
Nah,
it's like not that play, because that's what got me the first time. I was like, bro, you do that, you're gonna snap your Achilles. Calm down, relax. And I was like, wait, hold on a minute. He just said some funny ass shit. Whoo! Shout out Austin Elliott. Hot damn. Had to write down his name. That was so doggone good. Then I was scrolling through old Facebook a couple of days ago, and I was thinking, what do we do for laughs? I do that. And I go, I got it. It's that one right there, baby. So if you are a father, specifically a father to a son, you're really going to get this one right here. And if you are a son to a father, you're probably going to get this one here as well. And if potentially you're a son who maybe one day wants to become a father, you're going to get this one real well. And maybe if you're not any of those, you're still going to resonate.
How can you be a son and not have a father, bro? Well, I mean, never mind. Go ahead.
Fuck you talking about, Bobby? Yeah. Huh? We need to go back to we need to go back to decoding the divide.
Parents, fuck.
Guess I grew up with two people who loved me. Oh shit.
Bruh.
Whoops. Maybe.
I'm sorry. Please forgive all the only one person loved me people out there. I'm sure you're great people.
It's all right. You're all right, everybody. It'll be okay. It'll be okay.
That was so rude.
However, fuck them. However, this is a little father and son vibes right here. He punched. Oh! He says, "Oh!" Fucking obliterated that little dude, bro.
Oh, he thought it was great. He was laughing and everything. It's funny. That's why I always say it's like I said the other day. It's because somebody told you the stove was hot or something. All of a sudden, you think a certain way. Hey, you may not like this broccoli, and all of a sudden you don't like it. That's why when people eat shit when they're kids, I always just go safe because I don't act like it's a problem. I'm like, oh my god, what happened? They're like, ah. But if you go save and smile, they're like, yeah, I am safe.
Holy fuck, man. I was wondering why that damn kid was wearing a helmet. What the fuck? Good thing he had that sucker on, man.
I think Dad saw it coming. I am
100%.
kicking a ball directly in the air. Let me watch a little nugget there. You know what's funny is we were talking about bows and arrows the other day. I had no helmet when I was shooting that arrow straight up in the air and trying to run from it.
Bruh.
I just did it.
Different times, different places.
Oh, and then I'd go drink out of the water hose and fucking keep it moving.
We got our penicillin shots a different way back in the day. Who's to say, who's to know? Straight from the water hose.
Oh, man.
However, friends, oh, gosh.
You know, it's funny because the other day, Motion, was talking about getting a bike for his son or somebody. I don't know who he got it for. Please forgive me if I'm wrong, Motion, but the story is still the same. And so his mom calls.
Too old for a fucking bike.
I don't know, dude. He was getting a bike for somebody, and his mom called and said, "So that a great bike, all that. What kind of helmet are you getting him?" And he's like, "The fucking same one you gave me, dude." Shit.
That's so true. My mom just stuck me on some shit, said go figure it out, man. I'm not putting a helmet on my kid. Little fucking goober dude. Fucking
funny how they didn't care what you care when it's little Johnny. Come on, bro.
What am I gonna have my kid rolling down the street fucking, hey you guys, a big old fucking helmet on?
Looking like that kid in that picture you showed me one day. I was like, I don't know, dude.
Well, maybe you don't resonate with either one of those. Maybe those don't get you going, but I don't know how. Those are funny. I don't care who you are. But maybe you just need a little bit more perspective. And maybe you're having still just the shittest day of the shit. And I just want to remind you that at least your day's not starting like these people's.
Oh my god. No.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
You heard it, Frank. You heard it.
Why was it so?
What?
The fucking Andy.
Bruh.
That was a lot, dude.
I had watched the full thing through. The fucking. The fucking.
What the hell is
I'm sorry. I had.
That was a lot, dude.
That was so
Oh my god, that's a lot. I didn't even know what to say. That was so much going on there. Between the ribs I heard break and the officer going down the slide that was not safe and getting up going, what the fuck? The end with the plunger. What are we doing, bro? Oh my god, okay, I've got to stop.
Oh my, oh, I've broken myself. My stomach hurts. Oh,
I definitely heard my ribs break when you about halfway through that clip.
oh shit. Okay. Oh,
You know, we still got another show to do tomorrow, bro.
oh fuck, I might have gone a little overboard. I'm sorry, everybody. Oh man.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.
Hey, look, Thursday's the only day in the week without the hope of a beginning, all right? So, you know, maybe you need a little extra.
What are you talking about? I have all kinds of hopes for beginnings today.
Well, yeah, it's because we're moving and grooving. Maybe the average humming being, well, I know there's not a lot of average humming beings tuning in here, but I'm just saying maybe you ain't got shit a lot of moving and grooving, and you're on Thursday, and you're like, oh, the weekend's not starting. It's not hump day. There's nothing going on. No tacos. Well, what the fuck? Get out of that vibe. You know, I'm just saying, maybe somebody's in that vibe.
Hey, just so you guys know, here's something I've learned, and I can give you guys something to look forward to on Thursdays. Okay.
Oh.
It's called Thirsty Thursday for a reason.
Oh.
Statistics say that women would rather go out on Thursday and get laid on Thursdays instead of Fridays. So if there's an actual day where you have an opportunity to get a girl, it's Thursday night. Woo! I'm telling you. The whole I'm going on Friday night and get nobody. They've already got it on Thursday, bro. They're not trying to do it again on Friday. That's why you have why you don't get it on Fridays. I'm just telling you right now. Little Alpha, you can look that shit up. Thursdays are good.
Say who's no.
Hey, I can give you all kinds of good shit on this show.
Fucking eyebrows. Shit, who say who's no? We might have to have a secondary meeting a little later on. Business expense. Who's to say?
Why do you think I went to Napoli on Thursdays?
Wow, what a great idea.
Why do you think I did that?
Well, I got a couple of patios that are popping on Thursdays, so
I'm just trying to tell you the rules.
We'll
I'm not telling you what to do.
We'll take care of that problem. No problem. No problem. No harm, no foul. Well, here is your morning laugh, friends. Here is your opening banter start to this show. We are 33, count them, 33 minutes, minutos after the top of the hour. Almost. Ooh, let's see how good I am. Can I still do this? 7:30, basically. Is that right? 7:30? Is that what it would be? ¿Qué hora es? 7:30. Is that right? Yeah. What time is it? 7:30. Yeah. Basically right in there. Hey, yo hablo poquito español. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yo hablo poquito. Yo hablo poquito. Bye-bye, friends.
I was singing that new jam I heard the other day.
Oh, who's to say? I got what you need, bitch. Who's to know? Who's to know? I want to go to some cabanas. That's all I can think.
Yeah. I'd like to get a banana and put it in my protein shake later today.
Oh man, I'd like to throw on my hammock. You know, who's to know? Throw on my nanner hammock and enjoy some bananas and cabanas. Who's to know?
Forward.
All right. Well, I mean, what?
Thursday.
Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are on episode 683, Forge and Fuel. There was your morning laugh, opening banter. Hope you're feeling good. Hope you're feeling great. But it's time for no more hesitation. Sorry, I had to kind of rhyme there and then bring it all around. It's time to get into your first official segment of the day. And as a reminder, as we get here into the first segment, speaking of those segments, if you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul over the duration of the next hour or so, as we bring up some topics and we discuss various high-level, thought-provoking things, maybe you could just drop those thoughts over there in the live chat. Whether you're on X, on YouTube, on Rumble, the live chat is open so you can get on over there. Whatever you got, some perspective, knowledge, insights, questions, whatever it is, drop it in the live chat. And on the third segment of the day, we'll pop those comments up and start reading them one at a time, baby. But for now, my friends, speaking of those segments, it's time to get into numero uno. You know what it is. You know the vibes, but maybe you don't. Maybe this is the first time you've decided to slide. So I will remind you to get out those notebooks and those pens or those pencils. Open your ear holes wide and let's slide into your first segment of the day. It's time for your sharpening session. Whew. Alrighty then, my friends. Welcome back to episode 683 of Forge and Fuel on this tremendous Thursday morning, March the 6th, 2025. Hope you're ready to really come alive because boy, oh boy, do we got some vibes. It's officially your sharpening session. And if you don't know, you won't know, but this is where we open up with the first topic of the show. And this topic here is the title of said show. And then we dive further down the rabbit hole and watch more clips, and it all comes together as one big proverbial show Sunday. So let's start working on a couple scoops of Niller. Maybe a little scoop of chocolate, maybe a scoop of strawberry. Maybe you're a pistachio kind of guy or gal. Whatever you need, let's get it scooped up. And you might not know where we're going. I'm not a big fan of pistachio either. You might not know where we're going, no. So let me be the first to get you in to know that this morning we begin by speaking on 10 toes down. 10 toes down. You've probably heard somebody say that before. You've probably heard a friend or two, an acquaintance or three say, "Oh, I'm 10 toes down. I'm about that action, boss man. I'm about that business. I'm 10 toes down." But that's not what we're talking about this morning. Rather, we're talking about something that we talk about ad nauseum on this show. But it's been a while since we've taken an opportunity to actually dive down the rabbit hole of what it really means. And I'm going to be a little shorter and sweeter this morning because this is not my topic, really. But I did have kind of a breakthrough this past weekend after, some interesting times, some fun times. Who's to say, who's to know? And I thought, wait a minute. I think some people need to know that on our morning show. So if you don't know the quote, you won't know it, but we say it over and over again on this show. Push your toes into the ground. Push your toes into the ground. Push your toes into the ground. What does that mean? If you've heard us say it, maybe you've thought about it, maybe you just kind of glanced right on over it. Maybe you haven't even heard us say it. Maybe it's your first time showing up. You're saying, push your toes in the ground. What does that mean? Well, at the core, when we talk about it, it means being here now, being in the present moment, pushing your toes in the ground. Remember that you are right here. Nothing else matters. But I started thinking about it this weekend and started thinking about it a little deeper. What does it mean? What can it do for you? Why do we talk about pushing your toes into the ground? Well, number one, just like I said, it makes you present. It brings you back to the present moment. It takes your focus away from your mind, the endless myriad of thoughts, like a damn Rolodex, and it takes your attention down to your toes pushed into the ground wherever you are right here now. Be here now instead of in the future, instead of in the past, instead of in the worry and the anxiety, instead of the depression, whatever it is. Be here now. But it goes deeper than that. It goes much deeper. And it wasn't until this weekend that I really started thinking about that pushing your toes into the ground can also help you overcome anger. When you're about ready to fly off the fucking handle, head pop off your body, you could rip somebody's shit in two. Push your toes into the ground. Remember that you got another opportunity to wake up this morning. So many people didn't. That person has the same backstory you have. That same person might be dealing with some shit that you've already been through, and you could be a light. Instead, you're being storm clouds in their life. Push your toes into the ground as you're about to freak the fuck out. And you might realize everything's not so bad. I realized that pushing those toes in the ground can help you push through anxiety and fear. As soon as you get to that fork in the road, most people worry about, oh, how does the left look, and the rainbows and the unicorns and the puppy dogs, and the right is the valley of the shadow of death and the muck and mire, and oh no, what do I do and which way do I go, and I'm so lost in my thoughts, instead of just putting one foot in front of the other and just taking the walk, pushing the toes into the ground and realizing that you're on the right path and that the trials and the tribulations are what you need to go through in order to become an ultimate triumph. I realized that pushing your toes into the ground destroys the I don't want us. It gets you out of your mind. It gets you out of all the excuses. It gets you right here and now into the present moment, ready to go, saying, oh, wait a minute. I got a pretty healthy body over here. I'd like to keep healthy. I'm a keep going, not, oh no, I gotta go to the gym and I gotta drive over there and I gotta lace up the shoes and oh no, I gotta make a pre-workout. Nope, toes into the ground. Let me pack that bag. Let me just take off. We'll worry about the rest of that shit when we get to the gym. Pushing your toes into the ground can help you get grateful. Can help you be in that present moment and remind you of all the things you should be grateful for. The roof over your head, the comfy bed you woke up in this morning, the water you got coming out of that shower and the faucet so you can take care of your hygiene, the food in the fridge, the coffee in the damn pot, the water running out of the fucking sink in the kitchen so you can do the dishes from last night, the car in the driveway so you could drive to work to continue to fund that life you're living right now, the job you have that they haven't shit canned your ass yet because you still keep stealing their time 2 hours a day, but they keep paying you for it anyway. Maybe pushing your toes into the ground just right might remind you of all those things. Pushing your toes into the ground can help you see clearly and find answers. Can help you understand where you're at, where you were, where you want to be. Can help you understand the little things that you might be complaining about, or the obstacles or the trials, the tribulations, or the fears, and realize it's all in your head. At the end of the day, pushing your toes in the ground makes you realize here we are now. I'm not in the past. I don't give a damn about the future. I'm right here now. And when you start to realize that all of those emotions and all of these things that I talk about are rooted in the future or stuck in the past, you will never not push your toes into the ground again. So I'll leave you with this quote this morning, because I've seen Swirl One tapping his pen. I know he's about ready to go on this doggone topic. This quote, I'm just giving him some shit. Instead of always running around, why don't you try pushing your toes into the ground? We're always rushing to our death, rushing here, rushing there, rushing everywhere. Instead of always running around, why don't you try pushing your toes into the ground? Anytime, any place. It can be in line at the grocery store. It can be in the gas pump. It can be while you're sitting here watching this show. It can be while you're in the middle of banging out a massive report at work. Whatever it is, take some time and push those toes into the ground. Come to the present moment. Slow down. Realize everything might not be as bad or as whacked out or foobarred as you once originally thought. And that everything's going to be all right. So my friends, stop running around. Try pushing those toes into the ground. I know it's your quote, Swirl One, but I had some thoughts on it.
I got it from a book. I got it from Amy Cuddy. Yeah, that's where I got it from. And I was able to see her as a keynote speaker, and that's how I got this information. And she was very dynamic. And it's funny because the things she talked about were really about body language and posture and how you bring your best self to every interaction, no matter what it is. And one of the biggest things about people is they are never present. People are always thinking about the million things they got to do. They're always have their mind. It's funny because this morning there was an X.com post and it had Elon on there, and it was showing him, and he was at one of the dinners or what have you. And somebody said on there, and all it had was like asterisks, and it said, those columns are a little bit long. Who designed this room? Wow, the decibels could be 17% better in here. And it started, and you could just hear all the things he was thinking as he was sitting in that room. And that's what most people think about. Now, you might not be like Elon and be thinking, well, this is engineered wrong, but you might be thinking about, well, I can't wait to get out of here. I can't wait to go see my show. Oh, what time was I supposed to take my kid to football practice? Oh, man, did I put in that bill? I don't remember if I sent that or not. Oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. Did I send them a card? I can't remember. That's what you're thinking about. And the whole time the meeting's happening around you and all you're hearing is womp, 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 womp. You ever been in that meeting? All of a sudden you feel that floating feeling where all of a sudden you're like, where the hell am I? Hold on, let me. And then all of a sudden you get back, you're like, shit, I'm still in this meeting. What time is it? And you look up at the clock. You're like, damn, this is a really long meeting. Or somebody asks you a question and you don't know what to even ask or what the context of the question was. Can you repeat the question? And oh, yeah, say this. And then you just, well, you say whatever comes on top of your mouth or whatever happens to pop out that time. You don't bring your best self. And that's the thing about being present. You can focus your vibrations, your energy, your mindset on one opportunity. You can get laser focused on that when you are in the know, when you're in the room, when you are in your element and you look around and you understand everything that's happening. And I was thinking about this the other day. And it's funny when I'm inside coffee shops or what have you. And it's funny because if you were to see this on a movie, somebody would look at you and think, oh, well, that guy was a psycho. But I'm literally paying attention to everything that's going on with when I'm in a coffee shop. I can see the people that are happy, the people that are angry, the ones that are working. You know, I can see the people that are over there desk scrolling forever. Shout out Capp and last night talking about the desk scroll. And when something happens in there, if someone were to ask, I'd be able to say, hey, yeah, I saw you desk scrolling over here. I know this person wasn't paying attention, but I did see the guy walk in right here and I made eye contact with him. I could see those things because I was there. That's the thing about it, though. People don't understand. No matter where you go on every day, you go on a new adventure. And when you start new things and you're trying new challenges, yes, it's tough. It's scary. You might go into the woods of unknown and have soft footing. Have you ever heard that? You don't know where to step. It's almost like a minefield. Or maybe you've heard the term, hey, they're stepping on eggshells. Well, it's the same thing. They can't put their feet all the way down. They don't feel grounded. They don't feel foundationally sound to stand there on their own 10 toes and feel like they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's what's crazy about it. When you know where to step or when you walk in, you can stand on your business card. Well, don't stand on your business card. If you understand what I mean, that means stand on your knowledge, stand on the skills, stand on the experiences and failures that have brought you to where you are right now. Stand on that if the ground around you is soft. Because if there's anything else, you will know the question when they ask you. You will understand what you need to know and how you need to answer when you're in the moment, when you're paying attention, when you're washing the dishes. While you're washing the dishes, you're not doing anything else on that. The most important thing is this. Most people go through their day all day long, not present. They're worried about everything that happens all day long. Then they get to the end of their day, wonder where it went. And they wonder why I can't sleep. It's because you didn't take care of the 4 or 5 things. That's why you still feel the anxiety of the day. And then tomorrow you repeat that cycle. Be present today. Get the most done today. And then tomorrow do it again.
Hot damn. Hot damn. So I'm thinking of a couple of things over here. I finished this. Nope. Right there at the end, we talk about you are your foundation. You are the foundation. You know everything you need to know. You just haven't been asked yet. You just need to stand 10 toes down and be positive in that. That's the whole act like the person you think is the millionaire, the person you want to be. That's not faking it till you make it. That is being the version of you, leaning into, I know this stuff, getting out of that imposter syndrome and, oh, I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be in this room. If you're in that room, you're in the room for a reason. If you're showing up, you're there for a reason. Lean into it. Push your toes in the ground. Say, wow, I'm really grateful to be here. You know what? I do got this. Let me, hold on. Let me stand a little taller, pull them shoulders back, chin up, chest out. Hey, what's up, what's up, everybody? How you doing? You don't know me? Let me introduce myself. How you doing? And that's the vibes we bring. And how many people say, oh, where did my day go? Oh, what a day. Oh. I never say that. I was thinking about that the other day, and those phrases never come out of my mouth. They are literally not even in my vocabulary. I cannot even saying them, I had to look at my notes to think about what people, because I had to write it down. I can't. What a day? What do you mean, what a day? You were given every single opportunity. If you say what a day, you know you wasted it. You know you didn't give any effort. You were just sitting, slouching, lazy as fuck. And oh, what a day. So much effort I had to put in. What'd you do, bitch? Make 3 phone calls and sit and bang out 20 emails, and the rest of the time you scrolled through X? Wow. What a hard job.
Bruh.
Oh, I'm sorry. You did 12 TPS reports too. Damn, probably took you 5 minutes. Oh, shucks. What a hard fucking life you got. Try fucking being a millwright, climbing 300 feet in the air, hanging a 2-ton I-beam with nothing but a fucking beam pick. Try doing that shit one time for the one time, and then you tell me your job's hard. Tell me you got shit. You know, I'm gonna go grab it here in a second once I kick it over to you, but I have my construction hat to remind me of where I don't want to go and how blessed I am to have this opportunity every single day. I got my millwright hat, my Ironhead hat. I earned that motherfucker. You don't just get that fucking hat with a full brim. You got to earn that son of a bitch. And I did. And I don't ever want to go back to that shit. It got me to where I am. It taught me to work that I want to work from the neck up. And I was surrounded with people just knuckles dragging. Woe is me. Where'd my day go? Oh, fuck. What a day. Just wasting their life, man. And now I'm surrounded with people who are just embracing life and not surviving, but thriving in this life, man.
Hey, I'm going to tell you, it's funny because even Capp the other day, hit me and tested me on some, maybe you shouldn't be in the room kind of shit. And I said that, well, I'm not that good. I said, and he says, yeah. And that kind of slapped me. And hey, I need the reminder sometimes too. I need the reminder that sometimes I should be in the room, that I am as good. And I will doubt myself just like anybody else too. And it's funny because it's those little pushes that allow you, when you're surrounded by the right people, to remind yourself that, damn, you know what? I am doing the damn thing. I do belong in this room. I can do that. And that's how you start to make change. That's how you start to become present, because you don't let a moment go by where you can actually affect the outcome. That's the difference. So many people out there, we talk about the thermometers and thermostats, right? They literally just let everything affect them. And they say, okay, well, whatever it is, it is. Oh, it's 70 degrees. Oh, it's 80 degrees. Oh, it feels really 60 degrees in here right now. But no, I'm in there trying to affect that temperature. If I need to turn the heat up, I'm turning it up. If I need to turn it down, I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to be valuable in every interaction. Doesn't matter where it is. I went with somebody yesterday, and it's funny because, in my old position, I wouldn't even say critique, but I would coach people as they are interacting live with people. So I would walk into some place with them and see their interactions with people, and I would notice, hey, that guy doesn't like you. Hey, that guy doesn't trust you. Or, hey, you got a great relationship with this person. How come you don't talk to them more often? Those kind of things, that where your blind spots might be there, that kind of thing. I walked in yesterday and I was doing that. Now I'm in a whole different position. I saw, and he was trying to, and he knows me, so he knows what I would do. And he was, well, just so you know, and I said, yo, let me tell you something. I'm not here to critique you. I don't care what you do today. All I ask you to do is just introduce me to everybody in the store so I can get some friends, so I can meet some people, so I can be present with them. And every person that was there, I had to start a conversation and learn about them. But do you know what? If I wasn't present and I wasn't right there, they would have had no reason to carry on 10, 15, 20-minute conversations with me. Who am I? They don't know me. I'm not anybody from Adam. They don't have any reason to trust me, to say anything. But by the time it was all done, they were like, man, I was like, hey, I'm going to come back and say hi to you. Oh, yeah, anytime. All of that. You know why? It's because when I was talking to them, they could feel my 10 toes down. They could see my eye contact right in theirs. They could tell I wasn't thinking about what I was making for dinner or what Billy was going to be doing for soccer practice or what Bill was due or anything. The only thing that mattered was that person in the room at that moment. That's why those interactions became so powerful. And that's how you win every day. And he's on mute.
Yeah, pretty much, man. That's all I said. I didn't say anything groundbreaking. It's wild. We are on the exact same page. And, I was just thinking how easy it is to get distracted And just you were talking about it in your first portion there. If you're in that meeting or you're even on this show, I'm sure there's times where you gotta go back and be, oh, what the fuck? What the hell was? That's why I furiously take notes. So I'm on the same page. I'm always right. Oh, damn, yeah, I was thinking about this. And as a matter of fact, when you mentioned Amy Cuddy, I started doing some research and I was like, screw it. Why not? So it's a 2.5 minute clip. I don't even know if it's going to be worth it. I don't even know if it's going to be it. I don't even know. I've never watched this clip in my life, but it is Amy Cuddy on Standing Like Wonder Woman. And I just thought, you know what?
I saw her do that. She does a great job doing
this might be a gas little portion to bring into everything we're talking about here. So
I'm on a stand right now, like I could do that. Actually, I could do that. Let's see.
Oh, sorry. So I'm gonna throw up Amy Cuddy. We're gonna watch this quick little clips, 2.5 minutes, real quick. Let's take a look. Screw all these people. We don't care about these
now let me
people.
tell you another story. I heard from a young man named Will Cuddy, who's not related to me. He was an undergraduate student in Oregon, and he wrote and he said, so I'm an amateur actor, and my agent called and said, I've got this great role for you. He said, but really all I'd ever done was like Acme commercials when I was a teenager, and I was not ready for this big role in a feature film. And he was telling me to try out for this feature film. And he said, you can't miss this audition because they're looking for, it's being filmed in Oregon, and it's this great director, and they're looking for an outdoorsy young guy, and you're perfect for this. So he's pretty confident, but everyone gets rattled by some things. So he gets there and he looks around and he thinks, why am I here? I don't belong here. And so his confidence is completely undermined. And he said, and then I remembered this thing my best friend told me. And he said, now my best friend sometimes tells me stuff out of context, but it always works. So I had no idea where this came from, but I remembered him saying, if you ever get really nervous at an audition, go stand in the bathroom like Wonder Woman for 2 minutes and you'll feel much better. And he said, I had no idea what it was supposed to do, but I set my timer to 2 minutes and I stood there and I came back out and I felt so relaxed. And I looked around and these people in the other room were not competitors or predators. They were just other guys trying out for this role. And I went in, and it was just the best audition of my life. I just had so much fun with it. I felt like, what do I have to lose? You know, I was interacting with the director and the casting people, and I just felt like I did my best. So I left, and my dad was there waiting for me, and he said, how'd it go? And he said, I nailed it. And of course his dad says, so you got the role? And he said, oh, I have no idea, but it was so much fun. It was so great. And again, perfect. Like to me, that if we could live like that, wouldn't that be great? He did get the role, and you can actually see him on the big screen because he's in the film Wild, and he plays one of the young guys that she meets at the end of the trail. And he even gets a credit. And he and his dad flew to Boston to go to the premiere with my family. So now the Cuddys are sort of related.
He's on mute again.
Damn, I'm fucking. I didn't even mute my mic that time. What the fuck was going on there, Deez? Did you mute me, guy? I didn't. You
muted it.
I didn't mute it. I saw host is muted. You popped up. Host is muted. You popped up a couple of times over the last few days. I've been seeing it. I've been seeing. I don't know. It's awful interesting there. I like that a lot. Power poses, standing like Wonder Woman, Superman.
I feel better already.
I do too. I feel like I could run through a brick wall right now, just simply doing that and just fixing your posture. You know, just stand a little taller, pull the shoulders back a little bit more.
We need to have a stand session during this show because after the show, I want to stand up so bad. So right just now, when the thing went like this, I got stand up. I was like, wow, that's
dude. That's why I want to adjust my entire setup.
Great.
Because I love standing up in podcasting. I love just having the mic up here and being able to fucking move and talk like this and being.
I can do that. You saw it. I can do that.
Motherfuckers, we're doing this and we're doing this, but I just got too much wires and I'm too fucking. I gotta adjust this a little.
I'm fully wireless. I can do that right here, bro.
We'll make it happen here very soon, and I'm gonna this whole thing is gonna look a lot different. Who's say who's no? Because I love standing up and podcasting. It just makes me. It gets me going, man. I get even more hyped up. Who's say who's no? But There's some thoughts on pushing your toes into the ground. Thought those would be very high quality. Any final thoughts there, Swirl One?
I don't mind the Wonder Woman pose. I think it's very important that you go and be your best self. And if it means you've got to pose in the mirror for 2 minutes before you go out there and tell yourself that you're the man or woman, then damn it, get that done and go kill that audition or meeting or whatever it is you're doing.
Damn straight. And you also only saw it for a brief moment, but safety begins with me, baby.
Oh, I saw it.
Old A-Lert Construction. Shout out the old A-Lert. It was actually O-Lert. Old man Olert, that boy's, well, he's passed on now, R.I.P. But, you know, that boy, that family got a lot of money. So, but you couldn't call it Olert Construction. That just sounded dumb. So, hey, Alert Construction. Safety begins with me, baby. A division of Centurion Industries. Started out as a painter, fucking painting steel beams. Oh, that was the best thing. A whole summer I spent, it was literally wasted. Not wasted. I met some decent people that learned some shit. But I painted probably over 50, 100, I don't know, 150 tons of steel. I painted it. And then guess what? The EPA came in like 2 weeks after I got it done and said they weren't able to build the plant, and they scrapped all the fucking metal I spent my whole time. So that was a great experience for me.
Did you get paid?
Oh, of course it did.
It doesn't matter what they did with that shit.
No, not at all. Not at all. It was just like, well, what the fuck? Why was I could have been doing something else. Who's to know? But that might have got me promoted. Who's to know? So, my friends, there are your opening thoughts on this sharpening session. 10 toes down, my friends. Push them into the ground. One time for the one time. Something to get into your second segment of the day, where we pop up some more clips. We dive into some more topics, and we see what some high-level humming beings have got to say, and then we give you some perspective behind that, baby. If you don't know, you won't know, but it is officially time to get into that second segment of the day. It's time for your Reaction Refinery. Okie dokie artichokes, here we are back live in prime time on episode 683 of Forge and Fuel for your second segment of the day, your Reaction Refinery on this tremendous Thursday morning, March the 6th, 2025. Hope you're ready to continue coming alive because boy, oh boy, the vibes are just coming to your side. They've only just begun. So my friends, we begin to cook up some more energy and send it straight your way as we get into your 1, 2, 3, and 4 clips of your Reaction Refinery. We begin this morning by welcoming on a young lady who goes by the name of Jennifer Lewis. If you don't know, you won't know. I wouldn't blame you. I think I was yesterday years old when I found out about Mrs. Lewis. However, she's here this morning to give us some high-quality perspective via your quote of the day.
No matter how big the fire is, you have the power to walk the fuck through it. No matter how big the fire is, you have the power to walk the fuck through it.
I'm gonna say truth all day long, and no matter what challenge you got, no matter what you heard, what news came along, what things are happening in your life, I promise you that stuff is in your life for a reason. And it's not because you are gonna, oh my gosh, fail, but it's because you have the capacity and ability to overcome that. It's there for a reason. And I promise you this, once you overcome it, it won't feel like you won't, if it ever happens again, you're going to be like, damn, I did this one time. That was so easy. But here's the problem. Most people shy from that stuff. They don't hit those challenges straight on. They don't do what they got to do to try to overcome them. They just keep running from them, or they keep putting it off. And then again, we talked about it before. It's never a big deal until the good becomes, well, dire. And then at that point in time, well, the mold got so big, I didn't know what to do with it. If you know, you know.
Man, you can always throw on the fire retardant outfit You can always find yourself a fire extinguisher. You can always put on the gloves and keep on moving. You can always get yourself a pail of water, you know? And that's why I always talk about, are you sitting closer to your problems? Or are you sitting closer to the one, him, the creator that can get you not only to the problem, but straight through the problem? And that's why your problems seem so big. And that's why the fire and flames seem so overcomable. They're just going to destroy you. It's inevitable. Oh, I can't make it. They're just going to burn me alive. Because you're sitting closer to them. And maybe if you sat closer to the one that is not of the problems of this world, you would realize those are not a massive flame, but rather just a little spark flame. If you ever been a fire watch on a construction site, you've had to see that. You've seen it. All you got to do, just stamp the little son of a bitch out. You ain't even got to pull out the fire extinguisher. You ain't got to do nothing. Just a little stamp. You'd be all right. Nobody even knew what happened. Maybe that's all it takes when you stop sitting so close to those problems and you realize that you can walk right the fuck through any flames that are in your path, baby. Shout out Jennifer Lewis. Great perspective on the quote of the day. Your second clip of your reaction Refinery is from a show. Honestly, probably the last show that I watched a complete season of. I have not watched shows in a very long time, but this one, banger and a half. And if you didn't have HBO, or was it a Showtime? I think it was a Showtime. If you didn't have Showtime at the time, boy, oh boy, you missed out. Let me tell you what, Ballers, one of the best doggone films. What the fuck am I saying? Shows made over the course of the last decade.
Have The Rock in it, if I remember correctly.
Yes, and it's got 50 Cent in it. It's got so many good actors, dude, and it is just it's
I was already out of Hollywood by that time.
Oh, it's fucking heat. This show's a banger, bro. It's just Ballers, literally. It's about balling and living life, and but they're all like football players, but just like how they're balling, but they
of course in progress watched it too. You two guys, man.
Yeah, let's go. I knew I fucking liked IP, bro. I knew I fucking love that motherfucker, dog. Come on. Yes, bro. That shit was so fucking fire. And, not only because of just like the baller lifestyle, like all that, it just kind of gets you gassed up. It's just sick to see. But also, they had a bunch of these little nuggets throughout the show. And if you listen, they were just giving out free game on top of just all these cool cars and all this shit. So, joining us this morning, The Rock is one of them, and I can't think of the other actor's name. I should have looked it up and said it, but he's one of the comedians. Funny ass dude. You'll recognize his face as soon as you see it. But this morning, they're here joining us. Little scene from the show, giving us some perspective on why we're all just a bunch of guys.
So what did the boss say?
Nothing.
What the fuck kind of story is this?
See, it's not about what the boss said. It's what he didn't say, Joe. He didn't say anything interesting at all. So after 30 years, my dad finally had a chance to sit across from the man who was running everything. And you know what he saw?
What?
Nothing. Nothing special. My dad realized in that moment he could have been that guy sitting behind that desk.
Bro.
But he realized it too late. We're all just a bunch of guys, Joe. Some of us believe that we could do anything. Some of us believe we can't.
Right. God, I love that. Now I'm gonna have to watch the damn thing. He's absolutely correct. And that's
Yeah.
I've stood in front of people and I'm like, how the hell did you get in this position? And the more I think about it, I'm like, what the fuck? Well, how are you the person that's doing this? And I've seen it in music. I've seen it in my regular business. I've seen it all over. And again, some of these people weren't better than me. They weren't any, I don't know how to say it. There was nothing that was had more charisma, pizzazz, or nothing. A lot of times they are more shallow than a bucket of water. I mean, that's where they're at. And I don't even know what you're saying. And I said it fucked up, but who cares? Bottom line is this. I see that and I think to myself, dude, if this person could do it, why can't I? That's been my thing my whole life. If that person could do it, well, why can't I? But I always think highly of myself and I feel like I can do anything. So I always feel like I can do anything. So like right now, I'm in my bag trying to do anything. Well, shit, I have to do anything. I'm like me and Capp right now. We've got no choice, bro. We've got We've got to move forward. We can't rest on our laurels and hope that everything comes to the front door, because it ain't coming to the front door. We're going to have to go out and get it.
We're all just a bunch of guys, man. And I thank God every day that he ain't make me like none of these little boys.
I love that. We're all a bunch of guys. And I agree with that. They're people just like us. I say it all the time.
It's it, man. And I am just so grateful that God woke me up early enough in life to where I didn't get to that point to where I was sitting across from the desk and saying, fuck, that could have been me. Fuck, I could have had your job. Fuck, I could have started my own thing. I could have been one of the ones. All those people I watched, and what did Offset or Takeoff say in that line? Used to watch him on the TV. Now it's me getting paid for it. That's exactly the type of shit we're on, the type of time we're on right now. And we're making plays happen. There's a line. It's funny. I was connecting with one of my old buddies. I was telling Swirl and D's about it off the show. One of the guys I used to make music with, and he got laid off, some shit happening, this and that. And he said, what exactly do you do these days? I said, you know, it's funny. You remember that line we used to rap? In about 5 years, they'll be paying me just to show up. Well, it's 5 years later, and that's starting to happen. Huh. Who's to know? Maybe we've been talking about this for a lot longer than anybody could even comprehend. And it's all starting to come together, my friend. Boy, I love it when a plan comes together. Your third clip of the morning, my friends, features a group of high-level humming beans. It is another compilation, just like we watched yesterday. If you don't know, you won't know. A few high-level, thought-provoking, mindset-stirring hummings in a real variety with some words and some shit, and they're all back to back to back to back to back, and then all of a sudden you go pow, 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 pow. One of those. And this one here this morning is a compilation on some perspective on sacrifices.
What are you willing to sacrifice, and what are you willing to give up to find every bit of who you are as a human being?
Don't let what you are stop you from being what you could be.
List all the things that you aren't willing to give up for the dreams that you have, and that is what the person who will beat you is willing to give up.
Woo! Hey, guess what? It's going to be the hardest thing you ever did.
To be able at any moment to sacrifice what you are for what you will become.
I can describe this in one word, all about sacrifice.
Anything in your life, you better believe one of the ingredients gonna be sacrifice.
To get anything of value, you have to sacrifice.
This is dreams we're talking about. We're talking about dreams.
It will cost you everything.
You want to be great? You need to sacrifice. The more painful the sacrifice, the greater you'll be.
Accept that all of your heroes are full of it. Your heroes aren't gods, they're just regular people who got particularly good at one thing by sacrificing literally everything else.
Dreams require sacrifices.
What are you willing to forgo?
That's why you see those people crying. That's why you see.
That's what I was just fucking.
That's why you see it, and you know it's interesting because you know it's been a lot of things in my life I've had to sacrifice in order to get to where I'm at, and you know I always questioned certain things and whether I should have sacrificed this or that, and I tried to keep the priorities as straight as possible. But I'm human like anybody else, and in the quest to become successful, I did miss a few things along the way, and I can't look back on that. But here's the thing. Had I played by the rules and done all of that, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. I wouldn't be on this show. I wouldn't be who I am. I wouldn't have the physique I am. I wouldn't have the mindset or any of that. So there is some things that have to be sacrificed. But here's the thing. Once you get to a point where you can start to be present and put your 10 toes down and know what's really important, you can spend your time with those people and those things and those certain skills, and you're still going to get everything out of them, because while you're doing those things, while you're with that person, you're with that person. While you're doing that skill, you're doing that skill. And when you finally reach that peak, and again, you're always going to find another one, but there is an explosion of emotion that's going to happen if you've put everything into it, because you turn around and realize that everything you put off in order to put this dream in front of you, and now it's realized. That's what Gary Vee started. We're talking about dreams here. We're not talking about averages here. We're talking about people who want to be different. It's going to take some emotion. It's going to take some sacrifice. It's going to take a lot more energy than you have right now or that you're putting into it. So you're going to have to take something else and pull that energy from there. So when you get there, there's no reason why you shouldn't cry, explode, scream, do a flip, put your hands up. All of that is natural because you know why? That sacrifice just got realized in a dream.
Yeah, couldn't say that much better myself. That's spot on, 150%. Shout out D's. Probably why he sent that over to me yesterday. Probably knew we'd get a little hot push button on a topic there. Man, I just think about my 20s. Really, I heard it in my early 20s, and you know, I didn't believe it for the longest time. And here towards the end of my 20s, it's finally started to pay off, and I'm really starting to see it, and I believe it. And if you're just willing to make sacrifices and not do what everybody else does, you know, when I moved up to Chicago, everybody around me was going to VIP bottle service, clubs every weekend, going here, going there, out to the lake, out in this. And I'm like, dog, you work at the same fucking entry-level job I do, cuz. We make like $32,000 a year. How the fuck are you doing this? How is this possible for you? And I'm just sitting there like, I can't do this. I'm never going to have any money. I'm never going to have any investments. I'm never going to break out. What the fuck is wrong with all the people around me? How do they not see this? And they started looking at me like I was crazy, like I was the dumbass. And then I hadn't figured all this shit out yet. So I started flying off the handle. I didn't know how to push the 10 toes down and say, wait a minute, I am right. So I would just start fucking freaking out, having arguments, kicking over trash cans, slamming shit, crashing doors, slamming doors. Fuck yeah, makes me feel big and strong. Did fucking nothing for me at the end of the day. Probably burned a lot of those bridges, honestly. Who knows what might have came from them. But I am where I am now. I am what I am. That's all that I am. I am what I am. I'm over again. Come on. Hey.
If you know, you know. A lot of people don't know that guy. He's a G.
I'm just looking at all those people that were around me now, and maybe I'm glad I burned those bridges because they're looking at 30, ready to fucking give up, ready to pack it all in, toss it all in. I'm done. And maybe every once in a while, go stand in a crowd, go enjoy a live set somewhere, go see a vacation, a nice place, whatever. Well, they're going to be sorely surprised when they show up at that spot and I'm the one that's throwing the party. Who's to say? Who's to know? Your fourth and final clip of the day, my friends, features one of them old reels, REELs, like a Instagram reels. And it's got some pictures, some videos, some words, everything in between. And this morning, it's here to give you some thoughts, some perspective on why life isn't fair.
Life isn't fair. It never was. It never will be. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you can stop wasting energy fighting it. Good things happen to bad people. Bad things happen to good people. Hard work doesn't always pay off. Doing the right thing doesn't guarantee rewards. When you stop expecting life to be fair, you free yourself. When you stop thinking you're owed something, you start appreciating what you have. Expecting nothing doesn't mean giving up. It means seeing clearly. It means living without the weight of constant disappointment. When you release your grip on how things should be, you can finally see things as they are. The less you expect, the more peace you find. The more you accept, the stronger you become.
And it's why I've been talking about over and over and over. Stop focusing on the accomplishments and just worry about the action. I had this epiphany the other day. All of the things that you want in life will happen without any single question. Go back to the beginning of the week when I told you they are not your burdens to carry. Give them to God. That bill you can't pay, you don't know how you're going to pay, you're going to be able to pay it. That opportunity you just don't, it's going to come around. Whatever it is going to happen. But you have to focus all of your energy and your effort on that thing, on making that thing happen. And maybe you don't know how that thing's going to happen. Just like a rocket scientist doesn't know how certain parts are going to be made because they just have to use what it's at hand. And then eventually they invent what they need to keep going on the process. And it's the same exact damn thing for you. But far too often, we waste our energy, the precious energy that is guaranteed and given to us to guarantee to give us the things that burn on our brain, melt on our heart, fester on our soul, that we can't go a day without thinking about, but we waste the energy on the negativity, on what could happen, what might happen, what will happen, who knows. We think about the future, what we think about that date that the bill comes due, and every single day we continue to wring our hands and we get out of the life of abundance. We get into the victim mindset. Oh no, what are we going to do? Holy shit. And then before you know it, 28 days of the month have already passed and you ain't done fuck. Because all your energy was focused on the bad and how the destination, the accomplishment, when your energy just needed to be focused right here on the action, and then you just look up and it happened. That's how this life is. It's the secret to this life. I hope you just heard what the fuck I said. Woo!
Life isn't fair. It's not meant to be. When you're actually working hard, you tip the scales in your favor. That's the difference. You can't expect yourself to go out and all of a sudden, oh, by the way, hey, Cap, you've been putting in that work here. Let me just hand this to you. No. That's why we talked about the other day. People don't know when they make it. They don't know what happened or where was that turning point. It just happens. They just turn around and all of a sudden they're like, oh my gosh, I had 10,000 followers all of a sudden. Oh my gosh, I got that role. Oh my gosh, I did that. And all of a sudden this happened. It's one of those things you got to understand. The more you do, the more you get. You increase that failure rate, your success increases no matter what you do. And life was never meant to be fair. If it was, every one of us would be born with $1 million and everybody would be like, oh yeah, we're all rich. That's one thing about Mac Miller. He said, hey, I wish we could all get rich. You know why he said that? Because then you would realize that's not the answer. The answer is not in the money. It's in what you do every day to be proud of how you create your wealth, how you create your life, how you create your energy. And I promise you this, when you stop, we talked about it before, hey, when you stop chasing the bag and you start just chasing the game, the bag all of a sudden comes following behind that sucker out of nowhere. You're like, holy shit, I really love this. Oh, what's this? Well, I'll be damned. Look at that. There's a bag. It doesn't even take any effort when you're in the move, when you're in the know, when you're in your energy state, when you're in the flow, when you got 10 toes down, you can see clearly and it'll come to you that much quicker.
Yeah. Yeah. All that right there. I actually know the exact moment. I do. And I told DZ about it last night. Who's to say who's no? We had a little conversation on that. I said, you mark my words, from that moment on, you look at that moment prior, you're going to say, You look at that moment to now, you're going to say, whoa, holy shit. You just keep watching. Who's to know? Well, my friends, there is your second segment of this fine morning show. It's time to get into the third and final segment, connect with you on the opposite side of the screen, and then wrap this bad boy up for the day. My friends, without further ado, it's time to get into the live chat and your third segment of the day. So if you got something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, baby, whether it's some perspective, some insights, a little bit of knowledge, a question in regards to a topic we talked about, or a question in regards to an obstacle you're dealing with and how you could use help turning it into an opportunity, drop it over there in the live chat right now. And after this brief transition, we'll shift up on the screen and we'll start popping those bad boys out one at a time. As we get into your third and final segment of the day, it's time for your answers from the Anvil. Alrighty then, friends, here we are for your final segment of the day on episode 683 of Forge and Fuel, baby, on this tremendous Thursday morning, March the 6th, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive. I've been seeing that. Speaking of all morning long, you've been over there popping, going, and a-flowing, so shout out to all you beautiful humming beans. And if you haven't got in the chat, now is your opportunity as we shift up DEEZYY. You know what to do, my guy. Who do we got out there on this beautiful Thursday? JK Smalltime says, is it really a sacrifice? I got to disagree. It's just doing what you know you have to do, because if you don't, you pay a heavier price of regret. What ifs?
A lot of people don't know that, though, in the time, though. They're not present enough to realize that's happening right then. They 100%. Only realize it when they have the regret. So I still think it's sacrifice. I do love your perspective. I get it.
100%.
But and we're not talking about sacrificing the important things, because we're talking about, like Capp said, the weekend, club trips and shit.
Yeah, all the stupid shit. But yeah, I love the perspective, 150%. And I think about that quote. Tim Grover. He says, you think the price for not going after what you want is high. Wait till you get the bill for regret. And that's just how I live my life. And that is what that is saying. Shout out to you, JK. I love that perspective, 150%. Great stuff on top of what we talked about, man. Who else we got? We got the beautiful Mama Snow, Bella Rossi in the building. Fantastic morning, everyone. It's a beautiful day out today. Have a great day. You do the same, young lady. We only got about 25 degrees, but hey, we'll bring our own fire flame heat. Who's to say, who's to know? Johnny, where's your pants? Oh,
¿Dónde es mi pantalones?
Oh, mama. Don't embarrass me in front of the ladies.
I love that guy.
Oh man, that was my favorite growing up, man. That's why she said
the real
it.
One. Johnny Bravo's the real one. I ain't gonna lie, he was great.
Oh, I'll bring them doggy treats. Chicks love animals. Oh, that's my favorite. Chris Aswomala. Great morning, everyone. Have a spectacular Thursday. FNF crew right back at you, good sir. Shout out to you. Appreciate you starting the day the right way here at FNF, baby. At the crack of dawn over on the specific side of things. Mrs. Metal, one half of the Metal Crazies. Great morning, fam. Happy, thankful Thursday. You're not a victim for sharing your story. You're a survivor setting the world on fire with your truth. You never know who needs your light or your raging courage. Ooh.
That's a good one. I like that.
Man, that daily
it's hard.
It's my metal, man. Appreciate you. Don't you ever stop being you, Miss Estes. We love you. Appreciate you. Thanks for being you. Whoa, holy shit. We got us a book here. Hot damn.
That's a serious one right there.
Hot damn. Jared Albright. Here we go. Facts. We went to the mall to get an espresso pods and had lunch. I said, look around. Jared and I were the only people that had their phones put away and engaging with each other. He follows my lead a lot. Obviously, more would be better, but I'm blessed to be aware, blessed to have my life partner, but be the difference for yourself. Your light will shine so bright. Shout out, Jared.
Obviously, more would be better. Yeah, we would all love it if our significant other would do what we want more often. I agree.
No shit.
And them being their own person. Jeez Louise.
Jeepers, calling him out in the comment section, man. He ain't even here to defend himself. Holy shit. Holy cow. Shout out, Jared. We love you, man. JK, big time. You can dwell or you can swell. Ooh. Oh, well, don't dwell. Start to swell. Ooh. I like that. Shout out to you, Mr. Smalltime. Bill S.E. Squire, the man, the myth, the legend. This episode had literally 180'd my attitude about the day I'm going to face and how I will face it. Fire show, guys. Hey, shout out to you, cuz. I know life be lifing sometimes. I know shit be happening, cuz. You might think you're the only one in the hallway. You might think
we're all in the hallway, bro. Let me tell you, all of us. Dr. Motion, Cap, everybody's in the hallway right now. If I see you, I'm just going to high five as we go by.
Cause you did, hey man, period. We should be moving. Hey, what's up, guys? We'll see you on the flip side. Boy, I'm telling you what, every single one of us are dealing with some deep, dark shit in our own way right now. And the more you stand tall, the more you get around the right people, the more this shit is going to be easier to get through. I promise you, you ain't the only one, my guy. It is a fucking time for everybody right now. People you would think should never in a million years be struggling are struggling in the hallway right now. So just rest assured in that. One foot in front of the other, my guy. Fuck the forest, fuck the trees. Can you see your next step? Take that. Shout out, Mr. E-Squire. We appreciate the hell out of you, dude. Jared Albright, Angel posted the power poses in the gateway a few months ago. I literally still do it every single day. I forgot he did that. He certainly did. Shout out, Angel, and shout out, Mr. Albright. We appreciate you. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings today, my friends. Thanks for the reminders. Thanks for helping us go and flow here on the third segment of the day. Damn, I got a hair. Oh! bugging the shit out of me that whole segment. Itch my damn nose. All right, there we go. Finally got it out. Shout out to each and every one of you. We appreciate the hell out of you. Thanks for starting your day the right way here at FNF, baby. But that's all we got coming your way. That's your 1, 2, and 3 segments of this fine Thursday. We got to get on up and get on out. Because in a few short hours, we got some boxes to check. We got boxes to check right now. T's to cross, I's to dot. We got so many things to accomplish and do on this fantastic Thursday that I can't even begin to describe them all to you, baby. So let's work on wrapping this show up for the day. And we begin on that exact mission by checking back in with the man with the plan. DJ Swirl One, any final thoughts, closing comments, reminders, perspectives, anything in between for episode 683?
Thank you so much for showing up today. I love the fact that I see some brand new people in all of the social media platforms that we have, liking and reposting. Somebody yesterday was like, I need more people like this in my life. Well, guess what? You can have us anytime you like, every Monday through Friday. And if you need more, you can always check into the Gateway to get a little bit more of that there motivation, inspiration, if you know what I mean. So thank you very much for tuning in live or recorded, no matter who it is and how it is. So also really enjoyed today's show. I feel fired up, and me and Capp are going to go and handle some things for the fam later. I'm telling you what, we're going to bring home a dub. We're going to move that ball forward. I'm telling you, I'm ready for it. I'm fired up. Yeah, so make sure you guys keep them good tidings out there. Keep them good positive thoughts about yourself. Stay 10 toes down today. Be present in doing whatever you are doing. Trust me when I tell you, when you look around, you realize how unpresent everybody else is. It's not hard to be better than everybody else in those regards. I'm not saying being better is, you're not better than anybody else, but in that moment, I promise you know more than they do about their surroundings. So do that. Hey, DZ, appreciate you today, man. You did a hell of a job. Kept us fire, flame, flowers.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Yeah, man. Awesome. My friends, go attack today. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll keep this thing going. Forge and Fuel.
Shout out! Swirl One, appreciate the hell out of you, my guy. Thanks for the perspective, the knowledge, the insights. Always being 10 toes down for the Diamond Hand fam and GACC, baby. Catch you. Well, I'll see you after the show, and then we got, yeah, man, boy, oh boy, we got some shit going down today. Hey, my friends, just send us some good luck. Little prayers, little T's and P's, little this, little that. Just say, hey, nothing but good vibes. You think about us over the course of the next few hours, maybe right around 11:30, 12:30 Central Standard Time. Maybe just send a couple of vibes our way. Who's to know? But my friends, a couple of more reminders before we get you out of this show. Speaking of show, we had Decoding the Divide last night, and we wrapped up world population control. We discussed entertainment, media, and Netflix. We wrapped it all together. Wait, how does Netflix have its own doggone section? Ooh, that one got a little hot and heavy.
Pretty serious.
Got a little thick in there. Final segment of that show. If you don't know, you won't know. You might want to go check it out, and we'll be back next week, as always, Wednesday, 9 p.m. EST, 8 Central, 7 in the Mountain, 6 specifically. Check it out. You'll see some clips coming out as well. Got a little hot. We got a little hot about halfway through it. We had some fun last night. Who's to know? Swirl One mentioned the Gateway. We've mentioned 1,000,001 other things. If you're looking for any of the things we've mentioned, you say, how do I find it? I want to, yes. I want to be a part of that. You can find it all in this episode's description. The links all below, everything in there. You can find it no matter what you're looking for. Our website, the Gateway, Mine and Shine Apparel, the GAC Pro Shop, another platform to watch this show on, Decoding the Divide, whatever it might be. You can find it down there, baby. And while you're laughing looking at those links, you might as well think about hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Turning on that notification bell. That way you don't miss a live show or any content dropping on the show as well, on the platform as well. And maybe hit that like button. That way you can help that algo go and flow on whatever platform you may be tuning into the show. In all honesty, if you could just take a moment to just sit back and smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen. We certainly would appreciate the hell out of that, because it only continues to help us grow and flow and make this show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. But my friends, It's time to officially wrap this bad boy up for the day. Paper or plastic? Put a bow on that Shemama beach. Episode 683 is officially done and dusted. As James Brown once said, it's time to get on up and get on nah. Make like a banana and split. Make like some geese flying down from Canada. Hey, you see Canada sent in their Air Force after we put it upstairs. You're saying, make like a Canadian goose and get the flock out of Canada. That's all we got coming your way. But now, before we remind you of 3 key, crucial, and critical things, baby. Number 1, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse.
What?
Number 2, even a dead fish can go with the flow.
What?
And number 3, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to each and every one of y'all flexing those diamond hands on a day in and day out, night in and night out basis. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you for investing your most valuable assets with us here this morning, your time and your attention. You could have invested 1,000,001 other ways, and the fact that you chose to spend it here with us, we are forever grateful. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you by showing up each and every day, giving you a little high-quality ROI by staying on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours, baby. We'll catch you on the flip side in another show, another space, another DM group chat, a gateway, a VC, wherever the hell you may be. You know where you find us, what the vibe shall be. Shout out to each and every one of you super soldiers, 1%ers, shining so damn bright they don't know what time of day it is when you're around. Go out there today, help some other people turn those frowns upside down. Remember, you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. We'll catch you later, my friends. It's time to bid thee adieu and say unto you, for DEEZYY, for Swirl One, my man, your guy, and for yours truly, CAPP, Colton, Capp Swirl One. We appreciate the hell out of thee. Peace and love.